Hey guys, we're gonna get started in about 3 minutes here. More of a laid-back analysis. What's up, a cool? What's up, Onoi 2K? Onoi, Onoi. um, show the BitGet sponsorship. Um, Good promo going on right now. For first 2 weeks, big discount on transaction fees. Also, I forgot to mention you. We'll talk about it again, but this is actually has the most. This exchange has the most fake money you could play with. Every account actually gets a full Bitcoin of fake, play with demo money, and that's a good amount too, because that's 20 grand you could just play around in an account, and that's a good amount to, you know, to practice with. So recommend you sign up for my link to get that. Um, yeah, I really like that for that, because I feel like it's always a good idea to practice around with some fake money. Another Google user. What are my thoughts on Palladium Platinum? I've been doing my own research for a long time. I would have to look at those. I mean, I don't even, I forget. I looked at them a little bit. If they follow gold, are they more volatile than gold or silver? Um, 2K for Bitcoin. Oh, did I say it's 2K for 20K? Oh boy. Still waking up. What's up, Samuelson? Evening. Oh yeah, you're probably in the UK. It's the evening. What time is it? I think it's four hours. What time is it in London right now? Forget the. Okay, yeah, it's 7 p.m. And what time is it in Italy? Almost 8 p.m. And what time is it in Greece? Let's see. Hey, okay. How about Spain? Okay, yeah, 8. Greece, it's 9 p.m. What time is it in Moscow? Oh, it's the same as Greece. What about Beijing? 1. Okay, that's real late, yeah. And then Singapore, I believe, is 12 hours. What time is it in Singapore? Yeah, oh, okay, that's the same as Beijing. Oh, so it's not even. Oh no, it is 12 hours. Yeah, yeah. How about Bangkok? I forget. Is it the same? Oh, that's hour before. Interesting. Be easier if you were in probably Singapore than Bangkok, because it's 12 hours easier to realize. It's just that the complete time at night when it is at day if you're in Eastern time. Too dependent on industrial act. We could look at those. I'd have to look at them. I can't give you an opinion unless I take a look. Um, but yeah, guys, let's get started here. We got the rain going. What is up? What is up, all you guys? Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday. Let's get right into it. Sponsor, BitGet, promo. Yeah. And that's that. Good promo. Save on transaction fees. Check it out. Also, simulated trading, fake money you could play with. Full Bitcoin that you could play with. So check that out. That's a really good idea. So sign up. And a link in the chat box and description. So, the first thing I want to talk about here is, we're at kind of a crossroads. We're at an area where you're going to pick a side relatively soon. I mean, these RSIs they ain't going to split apart too much more. You see, this is it's hard to get too much more split like this. I mean, the daily, I'm trying to think the last time they were this split. This is probably a while. Yeah, this doesn't happen all that often. Maybe around January 19, and probably, was it bullish, bearish? What was it? That was bearish, something like that. I mean, if you repeat, and that's, look over, wow, okay, money flow was right there, but if you repeat kind of like this, down 20%. So that could be the next big move, you know, down 20% from our top here. Excuse me. And that would be back to 20K. Then after that, I mean, sure, you could still. It wouldn't surprise me too much too if you do something more like here or here. You know what I mean? Where you're generally side. I mean, how long were you generally sideways here? I mean, you were from May 18th all the way to July 20th, so 2 full months. So what do we have here? If we let's say from here June 14th, and now we're at July 24th. So August, it could be mid-August that we're in this general kind of range. If it's like last summer, so you could come down to 19 that area, then bounce around a little bit more, and then you're either gonna break up or break down by probably mid-August. I think you could break down in mid-August and then bottom out at 12, 14K, something like that. Probably not October, a little bit earlier, probably September or something. September is usually a bad month for both the stock market and crypto, so keep that in mind. It could be different this year, but we'll see. And then your 2-day as well, I want to look at. I mean, here you're coming down. You're coming down with the VWAP. You're curving down with your RSIs. I mean, these every time we curve down, you get into the red here. So it looks likely you're getting close to, coming down back into the red here. 3-day, kind of the same deal. Look, I'm not fully convinced that we have bottomed out until we confirm a green dot in the 16-day, because that's where we bottomed out for both Bitcoin and Ethereum last time. If you look at Ethereum, and the thing too is this is kind of an illusion that, we're getting this such a deep anchor wave so soon, especially on the 2-week, because it's just because prices come down so quickly. I think it could be like here, see, you're coming up with the VWAP and then bam, you come right back down. We already kind of did that, where was it, right here, March of 2022. That was kind of the post Super Bowl pump, and that was, that was a little bit of a tough illusion there, because you would have thought, here, came up quite a bit. Here, he came up quite a bit. I mean, that you don't really count. That was a pandemic, but that was kind of the first time that you saw the deeper the below the zero line, trigger wave or anchor wave, and it didn't work out. So yeah, weekly is more of the bullish case. I mean, you do have your RSI starting to curve back up, but easily they could just curve back down, kind of like this almost. And that's the thing too. You see, you got green here, and then he came back down. So even if we did bottom out, even if we did bottom out, there's still a good chance you could do a double bottom or something. Come back down to 18, 19. That as well. Anything could happen here. And your 16 hours. Let's look at that. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, you're curving up with your VWAP here. The lines, the RSIs are kind of going together. However, we could look at it as something like this, where you pump up a little bit more and stop out all the shorts. You come up to 26 or something, then you come back down after everyone gave up on shorting, or it could be kind of like this, is what I think. Maybe you come up a little bit and then you come back down, or they could just curve back down. I believe the 12-hour would give us that. They're still curving up there, but how is it on some of these? Yeah, a lot of things are curving up a little bit right now. About to get a green dot there. It is a Sunday, though. It is the weekend. A lot of these bullish signs I don't believe will play out too well on the weekend. RSIs are split and starting to curve down your hourly. Would see that as more bearish, and I would see generally money flow coming out as more bearish here. I do have some trades in the exclusive Discord. We're already on July 24th though, so if you sign up now a little late, I would probably suggest waiting until the 1st, because you're going to get double charged. That's how Patreon works. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good in there lately. Not as not the best like winning streaks, but we've done pretty well for the most part. It's never financial advice, though. As always, nobody's right 100% of the time. Anything could happen. So yeah, going down there. And then if we look at our really low time frames, just to see what's happening at the moment, I mean, let's see here. You do have money flow, generally coming out here, like coming down, kind of like this. So in the short term, I mean, either kind of sideways or bearish, I would say. Come back down to that area as your 1 minute. Money flow starting to curve back down, and then your 6 minute, let's see. Neutral, kind of same deal. let's move on to Ethereum here. So Ethereum this is the one that's more of the, definitely the bearish case, I would say, because, well, like last time, I mean, wrong, I meant to go to Huygens here. Look at this, this green dot here. This, I don't think the circle on the bottom really gives us, too much hope more. The reason that happened is just because we've come down so quickly here. So I think it could be kind of like this, and this confirms 7 days, so maybe we're sideways for another 7 days, mildly bearish, bearish enough where, not bearish enough to make this stock go away, but we could, stay sideways, then break downward. That's a big possibility. Also, I believe, what we derive from the weekly right here, could be more like this one. Or actually this one, I should say. Yeah, this one right here. See, very similar. Money flow is deeper though, but not, could be either way. You needed that bullish dip to give you the bottom back in these days. In these times. So yeah, that's the weekly, and then what I want to show you is the time frame, really why I'm so focused on the 16-day. This is the green dot that you were home free with right here, and as soon as it confirmed, I mean, that's $155 ETH. I mean, that was a good buy. That was a pretty good buy. I believe still Bitcoin, I think, still outperformed it during this rally, so it would have been better to because that was a 3. I think it was, maybe it outperformed Bitcoin a tiny bit there. It was kind of the same. I mean, you were really better off to have Bitcoin be Bitcoin heavy here, and then during this time stack more up on ETH, and then obviously outperformed Bitcoin by a lot there. I mean, you had your black swan there though, but yeah. So that's the other thing too. And then if we look at well, let's look at some of the lower time frames in ETH. I mean, you do have your green dot on the 12-hour that confirms in 5 hours. I don't know if that's going to give you much. I kind of don't think it will, and I think we could kind of get a bearish div here, even if you do make new all-time highs, new local highs, excuse me. There, so, and then your 8 hours starting to curve down. Maybe, a head and shoulders or whatever. I'm not too big on traditional TA, but yeah, you do see, those signs, and I think those more bearish signs. I mean, look, this is very overheated on your 4-hour. I mean, the last time we were this high was, a long time ago. I mean, yeah, probably was this March. Yeah, that's similar to there. You did come up a little bit higher. I'll give you that. I mean, came up to another 20% there, but it is looking a little bit, in my opinion, like getting close to the top here. Then money flow generally coming out here. So these lower time frames, I would say, are definitely a bit more bearish on ETH than they are on Bitcoin. And if we do dump down, obviously Bitcoin will probably start to outperform ETH again. And I mean, diamond pattern, I guess. Traditional TA would probably tell you diamond pattern, something along those lines. Look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Cup and handle. RSI. Yeah, I mean, RSI, it's a lot of looking at what happened before with it. I mean, the main thing I look at a lot is these split RSIs, and when they start curving, split RSI is starting to curve like, where is it? This is what you want to know. See, split RSI is right there, and then when it starts to curve down, very bearish. And then right here, even more so for Bitcoin, what you want to look at, it's kind of the same on regular candles and Huygens here, but look, I mean, split RSIs and then downward. That's what you want to look at. And you could look at the opposite too for, the more bullish case. These weren't too split here, but you could probably, I would say, yeah, here and give you something there. So yeah. And weekends generally more boring. I mean, now we're just playing around with 1600 here. Bouncing off of this area. We could probably, there could be some fib or something around there. Hopefully that we are hitting would make sense right here. Yeah, you're hitting a 618, a local 618, which is, generally a strong area to look. And you got money flow. This hourly, I would say, is pretty bearish. Given this, you can make the argument that it would be a bearish div confirmed in the hourly there. So yeah. some people would make the argument this is, you know, bull pennant, those traditional TA things that you've probably seen a lot. Yeah, sure. There's always a bearish case, always a bullish case, always a bearish case. Let's see here. We can look at the metals. By the way, guys, if you were just tuning in, we got a great deal going on with BitGet. Great bonus and discount and trading fees first two weeks. These are all the bonuses if you sign up with my link below. And you could, if you go right here to where is it? Simulated. So there's demo. I like the demo trading. They give you free fake money. I know, but still, you know, you can see how test out the exchange practice with it here before you get a full Bitcoin to play around with. That's 20 grand of fake money to play around with. Make sure you're on the S Bitcoin, so you could play around, practice, test out your strategies, get a, you know, see how you're doing. Do it for a month even. You know, see what you could do with this Bitcoin for a month. If you could lose it, you know, double it or whatever. See how, you know, test it out. It's a good idea to get started. See how you do. A lot of exchanges don't offer as much in the simulated trading, so it's really good. So yeah, and we could go into the well, let's look at platinum. I'm more familiar. I'm not familiar with either of those precious metals really, but we could look at a little bit of platinum. And precious metals have seen a little bit of a bounce so far, just like everything else. Let's see here. Okay. So I believe this is the right one. Yeah, not too much data. I mean, it's hard to really, like, I would say due to inflation, it would probably be a little bit more bullish. I know people have talked about uranium. There's a lot of precious metals. The gold and silver, I mean, right here, you know, just keeps generally, this has been sideways for a long time. Yeah, more industrial use. I think they can do kind of well. I'm not, like, big on them, really. I'm more like gold and silver. I do like what I'm seeing here. RSIs are a little split, though, but the thing with precious metals is, look, I mean, nobody's getting life-changing money off of precious metals unless you were in the 1970s with gold. But, you know, I do think there's a very high probability they will outperform the SPY for the next few years overall. Somebody was telling me to look at the DJI and that versus gold. Somebody was telling me that that would outperform gold for a while longer. They were looking at some things like kind of how it looks like here during the 80s. And I was thinking about that too a little bit because, you know, there's obviously always a bullish case, always a bearish case with everything. And, you know, I think either it's kind of all or nothing in this decade. Like the 2020s, I feel like it's either going to go down as a decade like the 1980s, or it's going to go down in a decade like, you know, the 70s, a lot of stagflation, bad stuff, a really ugly time. And, you know, I'm leaning more towards the latter based on what I'm looking at. But, I mean, this would be really interesting if it did. Yeah, by 10x outperform gold. That is crazy. But it could be here, you know. Yeah. It's all a game of probability, you know, it's all risk management. Ray Dalio talks about that a lot. You know, Trading in the Zone, that book talks about that a lot. That's probably the most important thing you want to, you know, learn, especially when you first get into trading, I would say. Or investing in general. So yeah. 3 hour curving down. I mean, it was split RSIs here. It's 3 hour money flow coming out. I think this could be, you know, these brought you down a little bit. These money flow crossovers here. They have all of these crossovers have given you something, at least a decent, yeah, I mean, they've all given you pretty decent trades here. Especially that one. So I think the next one probably would bring you down. Or it could be the first one in a while that doesn't work here. That's another possibility. So yeah. Money flow coming out. See what you guys are saying. Do we look ready for our next pump? I don't think so, Cool. Could be wrong. I mean, who knows, but I don't think so. Platinum from the cause. Okay. Yeah, okay. So harvesting platinum and selling it. That's probably, that makes sense. Let's see here. Morocco, what's up, guys? You guys smash the like button. See if we get a few more in here. It's just chill stream though. Not too much happening. I wouldn't really expect anything too significant to happen. Many would think. I mean, probably if you do enter the green in the daily here, it would make the case to be a bit more bullish. But I'm still definitely waiting for that 16-day. That's the big point, the 16-day, because the 2-week. I mean, the 10-day confirmed, I believe. Yeah, 10-day confirmed. The next big one we have to confirm would be the 15-day. No, not even 15-day. That one isn't too significant in my opinion. 16 days more, but it's confirmed in 7 days. So could be sideways, could be more bearish for the next 7 days. I think it will confirm, but I don't think we're gonna get too much out of it. If you know what I'm saying. I think there could be one more leg down before, and I think August, September could really be a bloodbath here. Could be wrong. I mean, a lot more people too are getting more bullish and on everything, NASDAQ, all that, and it makes sense. It's normal human psychology as it comes back up a little bit to be more bullish. You came into the red here, now you're coming back into the green. Kind of like these areas, you're in a bull market until you're not. You know what I mean? You're in a bull market until you finally come into the red, and then you come all the way down. Not to say it's going to be as bad as 08, but we're hitting that major point. I mean, there's a high likelihood, I'd say tomorrow when we real split RSIs here, VWAP curving downward, 12-hour. Red dot RSI is curving downward. Not too split though, but you're getting that rejection off of that major pocket right there, and yeah, I mean that's the main thing here. That 30-minute don't look too good. Tomorrow's opening could be not too good, and then you got the I know this is the short fund. This was interesting to look at because, this would probably signify a big start of a recession if you could come up into the green here in the weekly. RSI is curving down, probably not the best look for that, but 3-day, this is the highest we've ever been since this short fund was created. Many would probably argue it's manipulated, it's designed to just go down over time, but yeah, this stuff looks like. Look at that every time in this, all those yellow X's. It could end up back here pretty soon, next few days. Yeah, this is not the time to want to be just staring at charts. Like, this is just too boring. So yeah. Yeah, I saw your that was a long Twitter message, Sam. I saw that. That's why I was looking at that. But yeah, I mean that theory is kind of like the 1980s on repeat, kind of like where it looks like it's going to be bad. You could see why some people thought the 80s would be a bloodbath, like Ray Dalio, and then it turns out to be the most prosperous time. I think there's too many bad things like happening to create a repeat of that for this decade, but who knows? I mean, yeah, anything could happen. I'm just not really seeing it. I think it'll make it go down July 27th. I mean, if it's higher than what people think, if people think 75 basis points and it's 100, that would probably make it go down. And That's what we got to worry about. And you got to think too, since the market's coming back, the Fed is probably going to be like, let's raise it more. You know what I mean? Because we're okay. We're kind of back in a bull market territory. Somebody wanted me to look at ADA. We'll look at ADA, then I want to look at the SPY. And maybe it's just like the Fed is just, they don't care. They're just trying to, they just want to prevent a recession. They don't want the country to ever go into a recession again. And, you know, who knows how long that's sustainable? Is it another 2 years it's sustainable for? Is it another 10 years? Another 10 decades? I don't think it's too much longer. I don't think it's more than another few decades, but, yeah. Cardano. Split RSIs. You're coming into the green there. I think it's kind of like this. You're looking a little like this almost. You're getting to that top area kind of. These ones where it could be kind of like this one here, see? There is a lot to, money flow coming out there. Okay, it looks like everything. It looks, you're getting not a bearish div here, but from here it kind of is because that's higher. And then you're coming down. Money flow coming out. Like everything else, I'm leaning more bearish at the moment. Let's take a quick look at the SPY. Because yeah, you're getting out of you're getting out of bear market territory basically because we're down only, you're down 17% rather than 20. What was it? Around 24%. The other theory too of recovery would be, Fed pivots, helps out Biden a lot, for midterms, and after that it gets worse. Could be, I wouldn't rule it out. I don't think that's going to happen. I think, here looks more, look at these RSIs curve downward. That would be a nice trajectory down to, over 20 bars here, down 13%. 20 bars down 13% or something. Yeah, right to 350 by, where would that be? Well, 20 is on the 12 hour. Yeah, I mean, the big moves happen quick. I feel like it would take a little bit. Yeah, mid-August, yeah. And Bitcoin would probably, if you're going down 350 with the SPY, Bitcoin's going to be at 12K, 14K. Very least down to 14K, so you still got that to worry about. Yeah, 12-hour people have been talking about, green dot. They don't mean as much on the weekends, guys. You got to be careful with that. But yeah, I mean, you guys ultimately, bullish case here, if that plays out, right up to, here or whatever. Two-hour don't look too good. Those are 90-minute. In the red, but starting to come back up. That may not get into the green here, because if you're hitting a local top right now, and then you come down, I mean, I don't know if that would get into the green. Come on. Will we ever go down below 10K Bitcoin? I don't think it's too likely. XRP. Hit off at that point. Kind of like everything else here, the curvature is good. That daily does look pretty good, but you have those RSIs are split, and they're like coming. Yeah, I mean they're still coming down on Heikkens too. I think it's a bull trap. I mean, in my opinion, even based on the psychology of how everybody's acting, that's what it kind of seems like at the moment for everything, really. How's that 3? Yeah, that 3 hour in the red. That is not. Yeah, and then your VWAP in the 2 days. This looks like it might be a nice short, because this doesn't perform well. I mean, especially against Bitcoin. I mean, how is this? This definitely does not perform. Yeah, I mean, just straight down essentially from January 18. I mean, a few areas where it does better, but it bleeds against Bitcoin. This might be a nice short to, not financial advice right now, but let's go back to the regular XRP. Might be a decent short. Who knows, though? I mean, a little freebie. I don't think I'm already in shorts now. Not on XRP, but on other things. I mean, something like that. I mean, let's see. Really, I would probably do a stop loss around there and then see a fib or something if we could. Yeah, somewhere around there to be safe probably, but you probably could come back. I mean, you probably could hold that swing for a while, that swing short. Atom. We're gonna look at Atom the Soul. Atom's one of those where it's like a small enough market cap where you still have that potential for probably 100x in the next bull run. You would, well, $5 billion market. Yeah, it's not going to 500 billion, but 10x at least, 10, 20x you could get. Probably for the 100x you would, sub 1 billion. Atom, like everything else, man. I mean, it's, in my opinion, this looks bearish. Yeah, that daily split RSI is curving down, red dot about to confirm. Yeah, sometimes that's a good thing too. Like, I'm too lazy to do it sometimes, but you could look at, you do have a bullish div there. I don't think it means much, but you could look at your your other altcoins, other like top altcoins in the top 50, and you could kind of, especially if Bitcoin's a little conflicting, and that could tell you a lot. And I mean, we could just look at Atom Bitcoin here, and it generally has just been down against it since September. And just generally been down against it, and then you're coming up, and it looks like, this is a lot of indications that we're going to come back down as a market in general. You didn't get a notification I was live? Damn. Yeah, it's always glitchy. Let's see here. Smash the like button. And by the way, doing a nice, this is simulated trading on BitGet. I'm not trading, but you could get, if you sign up with my link below, you could get a whole Bitcoin, and there's Tether too, to play around with and try to trade with the practice. Also a nice bonus for depositing. So some good promos going on right now with BitGet. It's a really good exchange. Check out my link in the description below. So yeah. Who is the Prime Minister of America right now? I'm not sure if I should take that seriously. What about Matic? I remember one time when I was in college, I was in a class, and we had some speakers talk to us, and it was like a political, like international relations class, I believe, and the guy like said, I think we were supposed to read something about the Israel, it was like about the Israel lobby, and that's also called AIPAC or whatever, and I knew what it was, I just didn't know like the name of like one of the things, and I asked such like a stupid question, I guess, and the guy just like said okay, and like one person said like what or whatever, and the guy like he was supposed to be like an expert on it or like a big name, or I forget the details, but just a kind of typical American, like overweight, like not your best. Like that was an interesting time. I was a little embarrassed, but then again, you realize like most of the other students aren't even really paying attention too much anyway. So I knew what he was taught. I just didn't know there was another name for it. It was like AIPAC or the Israel lobby. I just didn't know the other name for it. But yeah. Same as everything else, man. I mean, Matic, your red dot on the 2-day, split RSIs, daily, they're not too split, but they're coming back down. It's kind of like here, man. You're in the bear market, so you could easily come back down a bit. That's my view. I think it's either good. I feel like we have to, at least come back down and retest 20K, 19K one last time. And then after that, I think you'll probably go lower and make new lows, and then that'll kind of be your bottom, because That's my view. And then there could be some like really negative. The big fear right now, I would say, guys, and this is really to pay attention to, is there's going to be more liquidations, more exchanges running out of liquidity if we go under 17K, if we make new lows, and that's where it could create a cascade of a lot of fear, and that's what could bring it back down to 12K, 10K, and then I could see like major volatility, like that clear bottom that people have been talking about. I could see kind of that clear bottom here, and we haven't had. What I'm thinking is we're going to have some type of clear bottom, kind of like, here. This was kind of a clear bottom. You shot down, shot right back up in January 2015. This was a clear bottom, shot down, shot right back up, kind of like that. That's what I think. We're due for that. Well, although this entire area didn't really happen, but I feel like we're due for that crazy volatility. Just my best guess here. Yeah. I agree with that. Honey drippers. I don't know what that is. I might look at Hex because Honey drippers always tells me. Richard Hart has been like way more like flashy with the expensive items lately, and I'm not a fan of that really, man. Like I don't want to see your Jacob and Company watch that has no utility really. I want to see your souped up Apple Watch and all the things it could do on your heart rate and how it's making you healthier. That's what I want to see. It's just coming out. This does not look good on the weekly. Yeah, if everything else dumps, this will too. Way split RSI is curving down the daily. That looks more bearish. I think this is kind of a textbook like bear market bull trap, in my opinion. But I think we're getting close to the bottom here. That's my main view, and that's the way I'm trading this market. That's the way I'm navigating it. And yeah, I already did, Adam. Guys, hit the like button, and not to annoy you too much with this, but really good promo with BitGet right now. If you sign up, you can do simulated trading. This is simulated. You can get one full Bitcoin to mess around with and some Tether too. And if you use my link below, for it. And a really good bonus right now, and 15% off transaction fees for the first 2 weeks. Check that out. Link in the description below. Really good bonus. X, I like an active founder. Yeah, I mean, people like it. I don't know. Honey Drippers, do you think it's a little too, like, I don't know. I wish he would be a little bit more humble. He's a smart guy. I get that. The thing, too, with the sacrifice for Pulse, I don't know if I really like it, because what if he has a heart attack? Are you still going to get your Pulse? Your money's kind of gone. What if he drops dead, car accident or something? There is some, sketchy stuff with it, but what altcoin doesn't have FUD and other things, but yeah. He's a smart guy. I mean, he makes a lot of good points. Double red diamonds on the 15. Yeah, just a boring Sunday as usual. Excuse me. Alright guys, I think we looked at pretty much all we want to look at today. We can take let's take a quick look at gold and silver, because I believe they are, yeah, I mean these areas they don't lie. Look at that, this pocket right here. I don't know if you're going to go much below that. I mean, you definitely can, but these RSIs curving up in your weekly here as well. I really like what I'm seeing there. Same with silver too. We're just hitting major points here. I mean, now, if you go into recession, I mean, obviously, there's the argument less industrial use. Also, blood diamond there. But in terms of inflation, it's always done well in these periods. Again, either going to be like the 1980s, I feel like, or let's look at the 1980s. Let's look at silver, SPX, and I'm curious how it was in the the 80s there. Let's see. Because, yeah, just bled for a long... Oh, wow. Yeah, so some people would think we're kind of at that area because you had so many more, yellow X's. But in terms of money flow, there's kind of that case to make. Let's if we look at, because you never got, until like 2000, there just are some periods where it just bleeds. I mean, everything in life is a risk, man. Everything. No, I did not sacrifice for Pulse. No, for the reasons I said. Where do I go? What do I do? It depends. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hope you got something out of this analysis. Check out the first link if you want to sign up for BitGet right here. This link right here, pinned. Good promo going on right now, and you could also trade with a full Bitcoin, fake money, fake money simulated. Figure out the exchange. Go to this one. Make sure it's SBTCSUSD, and trade with the full Bitcoin. There's also Tether as well to play around with. And exclusive Discord down below, but probably wait till the first. I would say sign up for that. And let's see, my trading course doing a discount right now. Bear Market 20 discount code, link in the description below. A lot of people have really liked that. Market Cipher, link in the description below as well, if you want to get that. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Have a good one. Goodbye.